Greetings, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. I'm Tom Poland, beaming out to you from little Castaways Beach in Queensland, Australia, joined today by Daniel Chan. DanChanMagic.com, DanChanMagic.com is his website. Very warm welcome, Daniel.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
You're welcome. Where are you actually calling in from?
Fremont, California, where all the Teslas are made.
Where all the Teslas are made. Oh, that's handy. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Daniel, he's an internationally renowned, award-winning magician and mind reader. Wow. He presents absolutely world-class magic and mind-reading acts. He's performed, get this, 5,000 plus shows worldwide. That is simply extraordinary. Dan, I've done over 500 public speaking events. I cannot add a zero onto that. I'd be dead. He provides...
Last year since March, I did 400 virtual events.
400 virtual events. So that's the other thing that I really admired about what you've done with COVID and the pandemic. You've pivoted from stages to virtual events, and people are very surprised how well magic can work on Zoom. He provides perfect entertainment solution for savvy corporate audiences, and our subject today, provided by Dan, is how to market intangibles. And Dan's going to share with us how to do that in just 7 minutes. Dan, our time starts now. So who's your ideal client?
Corporations or anyone looking to make a Zoom event more engaging.
Thank you, sir. And what's the problem you solve? And that's question 2.
Boring Zoom events. Often people are not engaged. They're thinking, oh, it's the same meeting. It's the same boring thing. And often you just need to spice things up and do something different.
Right.
And actually just give them entertainment instead of telling people to work, work, work. People need to relax. And often you want to engage them by asking questions, but also throwing in that entertainment.
I can just imagine the razzle dazzle, the energy and the laughter and just the whole levels of attentiveness will go up. So let's talk about the symptoms. Question number 3, and we've got 6 minutes left. Let's say there's a corporate leader. How would they know they need your services? What are the symptoms? What's going on? Boring meetings would be one of them, right?
Yeah, often you're going to do meetings and you'll see people with their cameras off. Those are some symptoms. Also,
Right.
if people are muted or they're not sharing their screen, you can tell they're probably not engaged. Perhaps they're washing dishes or doing something else.
Oh my goodness.
And you can force them to turn on the screens, but also change things up and show that you care.
Right, and probably also the person that's actually looking at a completely different screen over somewhere else. So let's talk about some of the common mistakes. Question 4, and 5.5 minutes left, going great for time. You've got this corporate leader who's holding these virtual events, and they're going, I don't think I've got the attention of my people. They're going to try stuff. So what are some of them common mistakes that people try and they should really avoid?
Virtual cooking shows and many other things that don't translate. For example, you can see videos of magicians engaging and you can actually see full demos, but imagine, how is a cooking show better virtually than in person? Certain things can't be replicated, at least to my opinion. I've seen Zoom cooking shows and I've just kind of checked out because the production value is a lot lower. It's a new space. It's really not workable at this point in time.
You'd have to have a full production set for that, which most corporate board meetings or sales meetings or whatever don't have. So let's talk about one valuable free actions. Question 5, 4.5 minutes left. What's one thing that a corporate leader could do with Zoom meetings, etc., that it's not going to solve the whole problem, but it might just be a tip that helps them a little bit?
Call for a free demo that we could do over Zoom so that you can actually experience it. Watching a video of someone doing magic over Zoom isn't as engaging as me directly reading your mind and then you wanting to pass that experience that you just had personally to your team members.
I think that's a great idea. And you mentioned before the interview started, you have a 5-minute Zoom call, which is kind of like a demo of how this could, and it's completely free. So where can people go to book that?
You can go to Dan Chan Magic or millionairesmentalist.com.
So DanChanMagic.com, book a 5-minute Zoom call. Folks, this is not like a paid advertorial type thing. I'm interviewing Daniel because I think it would be a fantastic opportunity for those of you running meetings and you've got Zoom happening, people are fading out and they've got their webcam off. Big hint there. Thanks, Dan. So it's Dan, D-A-N, Chan, C-H-A-N, magic.com. Final question, Dan, is, and we've got 3 minutes left, so plenty of time to answer if you want. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
How did you get to so many billionaires and corporations?
And how did you?
Targeted ads that were done by zip code and many other marketing strategies. For example, if Mountain View has Google, you can actually target specifically the zip code of Google and target people who are searching for corporate events. So I actually have worked for Google 40 times, Airbnb over 6 times, Lyft, Salesforce, Netflix, Uber. All these companies were specifically targeted and I had an end goal in mind. Find out what your goal is, which mine was to become the top corporate entertainer in the world, and find steps to reverse engineer it.
Perfect. Daniel Chan, thank you so much for your time and your insights. Folks, danchanmagic.com. Book yourself a 5-minute demo of how you can spice up your meetings using some Dan Chan magic. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.